Hey y'all, I'm Debbie Dobbins, and for those of you that subscribe to this channel, you know who I am. But you know who I am, but not who I am. So today I wanted to share a little bit about that because I know that there's a lot of people that watch this channel on a regular basis, and if you've noticed lately, the past 2 weeks or so, I haven't uploaded any videos. Why? Why? When she does it every week, sometimes twice a week. So we're getting started right now and I'm going to tell you all about it. So stay tuned, we're starting right now. So welcome back y'all. I'm Debbie Dobbins. I'm your host for this episode of Your Wichita Falls. This channel was started almost 2 years ago. It was my way of sharing about a community that I began to feel was home. Aww. And so whether or not you live here and you've lived here for a really long time and you've lost the luster for Wichita Falls and its surrounding communities, or you've never heard of Wichita Falls, or you were searching Google or YouTube and you found information about Wichita Falls because you're moving here, you're PCSing to Shepherd, or whether you're searching for just a friendlier community to live in, to get away from those big cities, you found this channel and fell in love with Wichita Falls without even seeing it, a lot of you. And some of you have actually called me from this channel and come to Wichita Falls and realized it's not your cup of tea, because guess what? There's lots of places that aren't my cup of tea. For one, I don't know, Arizona, Nevada, because unlike what we just experienced, Wichita Falls doesn't usually have temperatures that remind you of the seventh circle of hell. However, we have had a little bit of weather recently. And all that being said, I wanted to share a little bit about me. Now, I know that this channel is about Wichita Falls, but Wichita Falls for me is about me because I came here for a very specific reason. That reason was so that I could begin to heal. I knew if I started this video, I'd start crying. To heal from having cancer. You know, it's one of those words that people banty around. You know, I have cancer. There's so many kinds of cancers. Ask the American Cancer Society. And the fact is that cancer can actually save your life. It can kill you, but it can save your life. And one thing was really important to me while I was in my treatment and subsequent recovery was I wanted to be in a space, in an energetic place that was family friendly, supportive. And being born and raised in Southern California, as much as I love so many aspects of California, that energy vortex is just not something that works for me anymore. I've searched the world for a place to land, having traveled the world. And one of the things that always came back to me for Wichita Falls, because I lived here 20 years ago, was that, and I say this on probably every video, is that the people are the number one thing that someone will come here and experience it or talk about it once they live here or have lived here. It's the people. As I became better, my body began to heal itself a little more, which has been a little bit of a experience, I have to tell you. And I don't want to go into all of the physical limitations of having cancer, because you could lose a limb being in combat. You could hurt yourself in an automobile accident and be forever changed. You can have cancer. You could get COVID. You know, there's all these things that happen to us as human beings in what Scientology, I learned a long time ago, called our meat stick. That's not what defines us. What defines us, what defines us is who we are and what our heart says. So some of you know me as a real estate agent, which frankly, I'm almost embarrassed to say most of the time, because when I was a mortgage lender only, I used to really poo-poo real estate agents. Because they do have a certain reputation in the world, which is fine. At the end of the day, though, I think it's important to know why would I be a real estate agent? Why would I be a mortgage person? Why would I do any of that? And the fact of the matter is that there's an amazing spark in someone's eyes that lights up when they buy their first house, or they realize that they couldn't buy a house and now they could. And I personally have experienced that at a very late age, not in this trip, but previously, of not being able to buy a house for a long time. And so there is this wanting to give back to people, because I've shared on many videos about how I believe that real estate is the best investment on the planet, and it helps you build wealth and a whole lot of other things, which are just very pragmatic. But the fact of the matter is that when you have a sanctuary where you can go and it's yours, there's no better feeling on the planet than that. So that's part of the reason that I'm in that industry. But what y'all don't know about me is that's just one little aspect of my personality. What I really truly love more than anything is being that catalyst, that spark for people to see their own greatness. Whether you're buying a house, finding that dream job, you're becoming an entrepreneur, you're starting your own company, you're creating something, you're inventing something, you're being the most audacious self you can be. Because at the end of this lifetime, what you do is we look back and we look at what's accomplished. And then what people do is after you pass, they talk about you at your memorial. So, quick question. Imagine it's the day after you pass and there is a memorial going on and people are talking about you. What are they saying? How are you going to be remembered? And I know that I am just like... I could be like a hornet's nest from time to time. Ask anybody that knows me. Because I drive so hard. I put so many things in my life because I know that the time is limited. All of our time is limited. From the day that you're born to whenever you leave, and mine is supposed to be 103 years old, so I have a lot of time supposedly left. But the fact of the matter is that what is it that people are going to say about you after you're gone? What they say about you right now is really indicative of what they probably will say, but what do you want to be remembered for? What kind of impact do you want to be remembered for after you're gone? What is your legacy? Is it just your children? Is it the impact that you made on other people? And you don't have to be a best-selling novelist. You don't have to win a Nobel Prize. You just have to be able to feel like, and this is a human desire. This is one of those things that we all have in common. We want to make a difference. And sometimes we get so frustrated that we're not making a difference in a big enough way that we believe that we are impactful, when in reality is, you can impact people one person at a time. One person at a time. So how do you do that? Sometimes I get up in the morning and I think I'm going to impact somebody one person at a time, and the impact and the reason that they're impacted is because they talked to me and I was, well, let's say a bitch. And I promise you I won't swear anymore on this video. But the fact is that it's those days of frustration that I have to take a step back and realize that no matter what happens, all things work together for good. That is my favorite saying in the Bible, and it's true. But we believe, because we're human beings, is that our experiences in this moment. There's nothing outside of this moment. And so therefore, if this moment isn't fantastic, or at least our perception is, then somehow life is not okay. And the fact is that, and I've taught this for so many years, that your thoughts and your feelings before this moment have created this moment, and your thoughts and feelings right now are going to create the next moment and the moment after that. So how do we begin to feel happy and joyful right here, right now? Therein lies the conundrum of being a human being. So today I want to make a commitment also to everybody that's watching this, that I am going to choose more frequently to be extremely happy in every moment, no matter what happens. You know, I have a group called Wichita Whispers on Facebook 22,000 members. It was sort of an accidental, happy place. And people have accused me of being a Pollyanna and seeing through rose-colored glasses. And if you read any kind of science, the real science, statistically, if you have a good attitude, if you are happy, if you feel good about your life, and you can feel however you want about your life, your circumstances do not create your feelings. Your feelings create your circumstances. Oh my gosh, what a concept. So if you choose to be happy, more happiness is created. So I'm making that promise to be happier regularly, because sometimes I just get sidetracked, frankly. I am a human being and I do react to my circumstances, and my circumstances do not drive my emotions. My emotions drive my circumstances. And that's really hard for people to grasp so many times. But I want to share that behind the scenes, behind this mask of being a real estate agent and a mortgage person, I've been creating a nonprofit called One Block at a Time. Now, I can't take full credit for it. My two sisters and I sat around one evening when they were here visiting, and we just actually manifested this idea to help people, to vitalize our communities, and to help those who have never thought that they could have a house, much like Habitat for Humanity, but not that. Whether it's your sweat equity or your participation, but knowing that you can have something of your own. So it starts small. We can have very small properties, we can have big properties, but the fact is that this little nonprofit, it's just really in its infancy. We had our first fundraiser a week ago, and I'm going to share another video about the fundraiser. But this next one that's coming up is an Old West traveling medicine show. And it's just going to be fun for the community, but we're going to raise money to help our community, because our community is what helps us thrive. And the reason that I shared in the beginning of this video, and I've shared over and over, is it's the people. But you know, there's still people out there that think, they believe, they feel that they either don't deserve to be happy, they can't find a way to be happy, or their circumstances prevent them from being happy. And what I'm here to share is that through this nonprofit, the education component of it is to allow as many people as possible that can hear the message to know that you and you alone create your own experience in life. Yes, you create it. And if you choose to say and feel and think that you can't, you're right. And if you choose to think and believe and feel that you can, you're also right. So I love the idea of this nonprofit, and it's just on the perfect timing of Texoma Gives, because Texoma Gives is one of those fabulous things that our community has. Other communities have it as well, not all of them, where at one time a year you can give to some place that you feel, because it's hard sometimes to decide where to give your money. It's all in one place, all of these amazing nonprofits that we have here. One of the most amazing things about our community is that we're so generous, we're so giving. And Texoma Gives really is a catalyst for an amazing day. There's one day of Texoma Gives. There's early giving, but so I would love it if you would go on to Texoma Gives, give to your favorite charity, whether it's pets or it's homeless funding or child funding. And of course, I would love for you to give to One Block at a Time. You know, you can give as little as $5, $10 on Texoma Gives. That's amazing, because everybody can contribute. Everybody can be something to our community. And you know what? Being something, leaving a legacy, doesn't mean that everyone has to know about it. Frankly, it just doesn't. You know, if you know about it, if you understand that you have contributed in a way that makes someone's life better and they never knew about it. That's another one of my favorite sayings in the Bible, is the right hand doesn't know what the left hand is doing. So to give that no one else knows that you gave, therein lies true gifting, because there's no attachment to it. There's no attachment. Did I give enough? Does it look okay? Can somebody see it? Are they going to do the right thing with my money? When you release your gifts into the universe, wherever you give, your church, your nonprofits, taking a $100 bill to somebody on the street, pay for somebody's meal in the car behind you at the fast food restaurant. Giving is giving. But give so that the right hand does not know what the left hand is doing. Give from your complete heart, release it, and know that whatever happens to it is perfect, divine, and whole. I just love this community so much. And I really wanted to take an opportunity to share that because I've been a little bit off the grid, it's almost like writer's block. Every once in a while, I sort of get a block about what I want to talk about. And for the past week, I have been working on the nonprofit. And also, my family purchased a property in Clay County, and we've called it Dream Acres. Because at the end of the day, making dreams come true is absolutely one of the key ingredients of One Block at a Time, about my life philosophy, about who I am in my core and essence. I say this many times in networking events and that sort of thing. What is your dream? When I say that when I ask that question of people, asking someone about their dream is so big because most of you out there do not believe that you deserve to have the dreams that are the hidden jewels right here. And I'm here to tell you that that's not true. And the other thing I've also been working on, no wonder I'm not recording videos, is my new book about magic. And I'm not talking about magic, even though our magician is coming out there for a fundraiser. I'm talking about the magic that's in your life. How do you speak magic? I declared on January 1st, 2022 that this was the year of magic. We're over halfway through, and I truly believe that. The stories I could tell you just from the first half of this year, where magic has just spontaneously exploded into my life and those lives of the people around me, is incredible. I say this all the time, and I think people think I'm boasting or something, or I'm crazy. I don't know which one. I'm happy to be crazy because I believe that crazy is magical. But the fact is that I have a vortex around me that is full of magic. And if you get into the vortex, you are going to experience the magic. I promise you. I have a list of clients, and I have a list of friends, and I have a list of family members that have all experienced the magic. And the truth about magic is that everyone has it. It's not just mine. I happen to be in a vortex, but I'm in my own vortex. So you can get in my vortex of magic, or you can get in your own vortex of magic. Magic is spectacular. Magic is what we call miracles, right? It's not. There's nothing miraculous. There's nothing really, truly magical, even though we call it magic, about having the most amazing life that your dreams can imagine. So I just wanted to take a minute, do a video, because I haven't done a video in 2 weeks, and share a little bit about who I am, what I'm doing, where we're going, because you'll see more about the nonprofit, you're going to see more about the farm, you're going to see more about magic and dreams, and how can you be more of who you are. Because it's not about me, it's about you. It's about you claiming your birthright to be the happiest, most joyful person on the planet. So, I know that was sort of me just rattling on, and I haven't been able to do that on this channel because I'm always trying to provide content that allows you to learn more about Wichita Falls. But you can't learn about Wichita Falls unless you know about the people. So maybe we'll have more interviews of people in Wichita Falls that can share these ideas of inspiration, of wonderful experiences, of magic in their own lives. Because the more you hear about stories about people just like you, because I'm just like you. I'm not any different than any single person that's watching this video. The only difference between me and you, if you're not where you want to be, is that you haven't said yes to everything that's possible. I am here to remind you on a regular basis that you are spectacular. You are wonderful. You are blessed. You are magical. And you deserve to be as happy as you can be. So I'm going to do a couple more videos here in a second about a fundraiser at Dream Acres. But I always sign off by saying, y'all come back now. And I truly mean that. Y'all come back to get some inspiration, to get some education, to get some poking and prodding and some catalyst to stay focused on the most amazing thing on the planet, and that's you. Y'all come back now, you hear?